Hey guys, Cindy Grogan, the Sensible Psychic. And something recently happened on social media, and it's a topic that intrigues me, and I think it probably intrigues you too. And it kind of gives me an excuse to discuss it with you. So here we go. Um, During the lockdown, I, like most of you, was pretty much on social media a lot, and I found this group, this animal sanctuary up in upstate New York, run by these two women, Beth and Diane. And they posted a lot of content about their animals, and some of it's funny, some of it's a little bit sad, a lot of it's educational, but nevertheless, everybody got to be a really nice community, all interested in these animals. And of course, we got to know Beth and Diane to the degree you can when you've never met them in real life. So there's a little relationship there. A little over a month ago, there was a tragedy. Diane suddenly died, and Beth was in shock. We all were in shock because we'd really gotten to know these people. And it was just tragic on so many levels. And so, as she's been trying to process her grief, Beth has really turned to the community, posting, how she's feeling and how she really wishes Diane would send her a sign, and all the stuff that all of us go through when we've lost somebody, especially suddenly. So, um, I wanted to reiterate a few things about signs and seeing the spirits of our loved ones, especially soon after they've passed, because I think it's a helpful reference. Doesn't make it any easier, but it's a helpful reference. I think everybody has said when somebody's passed, I wish they would send me a sign. You just want to know they're okay. Well, I can tell you that they are okay. The sign sending process is a little bit tricky because, first of all, they're getting used to a new way of being. They're not in their physical body anymore, so they're sort of, it's like when you get a new car and you're not quite sure where everything is yet. So for them to send a sign or to appear is pretty tricky. Um, the other thing that we do, which is completely understandable, is we want a specific sign. If you're here, show me this or do this. And sometimes they will do that, but sometimes they will send you their sign when you need it most and at a specific time. And you may not even realize it, but it just shows up when you really need that sign. And you'll always be able to tell because you'll be like, that was weird. That was just strange. But you just know it's kind of like in the back of your brain. So I would recommend don't hang on to very specific signs. Um, Allow them to come to you in the form and on the timeline that is really the most beneficial for you. And also, when you do get one, remember to say thank you, because that acknowledges it and it also keeps that channel open a little bit more easily. The other thing is about seeing them. It's very hard for somebody who's just transitioned into spirit to materialize right away. First of all, it's like what I said about a new car. They don't quite know how everything works yet. Second of all, it takes a lot of energy to manifest their physical form so that you can see it. Well, Beth made a point, which I thought was really fascinating, that about, I guess it was, excuse me, a week or 10 days after Diane had passed, she went out to check all the animals before going to bed. They did that every night. And she said she's walking from the house across the field, and she clearly saw Diane walking up to the barn in her full gear, the baseball hat, the boots, the whole thing. She took like 3 steps and then she vanished. And I was pretty impressed with that because a lot of times you'll only see spirit from like the waist up because they really don't have the juice to do the whole body thing. And the fact that she materialized at all that soon into her transition process, and B, that she did the whole body, I thought it was beautiful. And it really tracked with me because Diane was a badass. And if anybody's going to be able to pull that off so soon into the process, absolutely. But just recognize that you're not always going to see their spirit form. You may sense them in other ways. You might smell their perfume or tobacco smoke, or you might hear them in your mind's ear. There's lots of ways they kind of present themselves to you. So I guess the takeaway on both of these topics is just allow. Don't be married to they have to appear or send you a sign in a very specific way. Just allow. And once you do that and once you relax, the energy flows a lot more easily. And you can really experience your loved ones in spirit a lot of times, more times than you probably expect it because they are still around us. It's just harder for us to pick up on that. So, anyway, I just thought it was really interesting. Hopefully, you'll keep that in mind as you go through, you know, situations like what Beth is going through. Um, I know that our loved ones in spirit want to comfort us, and they do the best they can. So just pay attention because it comes in little ways. This also goes for animals in spirit too. I will just add that. Um, anyway, hope you found it interesting. If you like this, just leave a comment, hit a thumbs up, subscribe. Feel free to leave your own experiences in the comments section, or if you want to reach out to me via email or on social media. Always happy to talk to you. Okay, guys, we will talk soon. Bye.